Alright, Susan and I are at the end of the road to nowhere out of Bryson City. One of the places we always like to come ride. It's not a long road and it doesn't go anywhere, hence the name. It actually stops at the National Forest. Can't go any farther with barricades. But it's real pretty. They've paved it recently, put these guardrails up. It's a really nice little road here, fun to ride. I take it pretty slow usually, just because we're filming it for the leaves and just for the view. I'm not trying to set any speed records or anything on it. But anyway, I thought I'd tell you about my recent calamity. The 2025 is going to go down in my personal book as the year of what the hell was that happening. And you've seen any of the videos. You know, we had massive electrical problems. We had no power for 8 days. Had to get a new hot water heater. Right as soon as we got the power back on, the hot water heater went out. We had to get a new one of those. And it's gas, so there's no reason it wasn't tied in with the electrical problem at all. Just one of those things. And we've had miscellaneous little issues here and there. We got up here finally to the campground, and I had an issue with the heater in the camper, but thanks to YouTube, I was able to get online and find out what I needed to check, and I checked it and reset it, and it's been working fine ever since. But then let me go to our latest calamity. So yesterday was our first full day of riding, and we decided to go to the Tail of the Dragon. Well, Susan's bike, for the last couple times we've ridden it, has been reluctant to start. Now, it's got a brand new battery in it, it starts strong when it does start, but what happens is it has a process like all the others. You have to push your foot on the brake, turn the key on, and Can-Am has a little thing that comes up and says, please read your safety card, and it has a built-in safety card, and you can push a button to override that, and then it comes up to your regular screen and you push the start button. Well, once you push start, it's not like a modern car or anything where you push it once and it starts itself. You have to hold it, and you know, usually you push it, and as soon as you push it, it starts. Well, it's been delaying. Sometimes it would start up in a second. Sometimes it might take 6 or 7 seconds of constantly holding the start button down. Well, if you hold it long enough, the computer will time out and it will come up with a message that says bad key. Now, the keys on a Spider are just like modern cars. They have a chip in them so that you have to have the right key for the right bike. And but we've never had an issue with the keys. I've got 2 keys, but we were at Deal's Gap to Tail of the Dragon when it finally quit. It started up at the campground relatively easily. I think I only had a 2 or 3 second wait, and it started right up. And we got to Deal's Gap after riding the Dragon, getting our Christmas pictures taken, and we got ready to come back to the campground, and it would not start. It wouldn't do. I could hold that button all day, and it would just eventually time out to the keypad. And so I carry, because of a previous experience with a friend of ours had with the circuit breakers, voltage relays, what do you want to call them? Yeah, relays. She had a bad relay and it wouldn't let her bike start. And it doesn't sound like that's what's going on with it, but I went ahead and I had a package of 4 that I had bought brand new, and I carry with me, and it's the Spider uses 3 different sizes, but the most common one is the one that I carry. And so I went ahead and started swapping them out, and swapped out 3 of them, and changed around a couple of them, and no change at all, nothing. Still did the exact same thing. So I'm kind of at my wit's end. I was going to try to, I looked at the battery. I went in the owner's manual, which I carry with me, and the owner's manual said one of the causes might be that you've got weak voltage. And I looked at the battery. The battery looks great. I was getting ready to skin some wires and make some jumper cables when by that time I was hot and tired, and I just said, I'm going to sit here and think for a little bit. And as I sat there and think, I would switch the key off and on, and off and on, and off and on. I thought maybe I can trick it, because when you turn it on, it goes through a cycle. And so I turn it on, and as it started the cycle, I'd turn it back off, turn it back on, turn it back off, and the computer doesn't automatically shut off. it'll, you know, it runs through part of the cycle even if you've cut the key back off. And I don't know whether I tricked it or whether it got mad at me or what, but it cranked. And I said, holy crap, when it started. And so we're about 20, maybe 25 miles from the campground where Dill's Gap. So I said, well, let's take it on back. We're going to go some other places, let's take it on back to the campground and we can work on it. Well, I had some decisions to make. Do I drop the camper, hook up the trailer and the truck, take her bike back to Georgia, a 3-hour trip, and pick up my bike, and then she'd spend the rest of our vacation ride, she'd be riding on the Riker here, and I just have my old V-Star up here. And the V-Star is running great. I run it in town in Atlanta quite frequently. And that was my not so great idea. My other idea was to keep working on it, keep trying to figure something out. Well, I don't ever ride her bike, or almost never. And what didn't occur to me, what I didn't realize was this bike does not have a key. It has a little fob that you fastened onto the bike, and it reads it and lets it start. Well, hers is a traditional key with a regular ignition key switch. It's right on the top in the middle. And I noticed that I was having a lot of trouble getting the key in and out. Sometimes it would want to go in. It didn't seem like it wanted to seat all the way, go all the way down. And so I happen to have some good old LPS in my trailer that I keep for all kinds of stuff. And I put a little bit of LPS in the key slot, and the key just zipped in, just popped right in. Made me think, well, maybe I've got some corrosion or something going on in there. You know, this bike is 12 years old. And then I said to myself, well, let me try. Well, around the edge of the little circle, that metal part that is the key, where the key goes in, it's where the whole thing turns. There's a seam right there. So I put a little bit of LPS around that and let it soak down into the switch itself. And crossed my fingers and started it. And it started just like it was brand new. As soon as I hit the start button, it started. I must have done that a dozen times. And every time I did it, it was started right up. And all I conclude is that from living in a carport all its life, enough water is condensed on the switch, that little metal tab, or when we've had bad storms, the rain has blown into the carport and gotten on that switch and gone in it and corroded it. And so I checked it another half a dozen times yesterday, and this morning went up, got on it, started it right up, pulled it up, turned it off. And we got all geared out, ready to go. She started it again, it started up. We stopped for gas, it started up. It just worked perfectly. And so cross your fingers, cross my fingers, I think it's working. So, share my life experience. If you have an older Spider, or maybe any other bike that has a vertical or has a horizontal key slot right on the top where water can easily get in, you might want to lubricate it from time to time. Try to keep some of the corrosion out. Or you might be like me and stuck somewhere and not be able to get it home. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my latest calamity, which thank God we fixed, and can, you know, help me, join me in wishing what the heck will be next. You know, what fresh hell is this? So anyway, it's a beautiful day here on the road to nowhere, headed back toward Bryson City, and you can see the colors change on the leaves. It's our favorite time of year. It's October 17th, I think it is. So anyway, hope you're having a great day. I'm going to knock off for now because this is plenty long enough. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.